And we start in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome, you big bloody beautiful legends. It's episode 8 of Shit Talk. It's been a week since I've seen you. This is just a fucking prop. I got computer glasses क्योंकि online class चल रहा था and somebody told me, oh, it'll strain your eyes and all. You know what's funny? You know what's fucking funny? I have not attended a single lecture with my fucking looking at the fucking screen. Phone पे डाला है, Zoom पे बैठा रहा है मैं खाली. That's all I've done. I'm serious, dude. And like, there's no fucking motivation only to do it, bro. Like I just don't feel like doing it. I don't know why. Like I'm the guy who I used to be the guy who used to sit in class and take notes. Like from there I've become the kid now who's like पीछे बिस्तर दिख रहा है वहाँ लेट के चादर ओढ़ के फोन पे डाल के just listen for Karan बोला yes present ma'am present. That's all, dude. But anyway, how have things been? Things been with you? I hope they're great. I'm growing out my hair, dude. I think I don't know if y'all have seen Jake Gyllenhaal recently, but bro, क्या body था Southpaw में. If you haven't watched Southpaw, okay. I don't know if it's a pride thing. I don't know it's a pride thing for me, not for me, whatever. I don't want to get into it, but I don't usually like cry in movies. Like it's not a pride thing. It's just that like I start thinking about dumb shit. Like if something really emotional is going on, like okay, Inside Out is one of the only movies where I felt like crying because that was like a really emotional movie because that kid didn't have problems. Like she was just going through like an age thing, right? Like I know a lot of y'all have like gone into whole nuances of that movie and all, but she was just going through a lot, right? She was just going through a lot in terms of age, right? She was going through stuff because she was a teenager, man. So I at that time was 17, 16 and I felt like, oh, relate. And I mean, yeah, man, you do relate. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, regardless of what. I want to be honest with you, right? I really felt like I was in a spot where I wasn't really like connecting with a lot of stuff. And that happens, bro. That happens to everybody at 17, 16. Unless you have there are very few kids who have a great 17, 16, 18 age group. Like that phase is, for very few people, is that fucking phenomenal. Because I've noticed like, everybody's going through something, man. Like, no matter what point in the age, like in life, they're always going through something, right? Yeah, so Inside Out, I almost cried a little bit. But then the first thought that, like, I don't know if it's a defense mechanism, but the first thought that came into my head was, what if somebody smacked the kid in the back of the head? Kya karu abhi? And I started laughing. Like when she was crying and like when there was reconciliation going on, like I was getting very emotional. I was like, what if like her mom just smacked her in the head? Like, chut bus mein nikal ke pagal to dimag mein you don't have fucking sense or what? That's what my mom would have done. Dude, you know what? You want to hear something funny? You want to hear the story of how I got lost in Bangkok? Okay. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be a good like visual because not like we're in Bangkok, but I'll explain it. So I think I was 8? Second standard, how old are you? 7? Yeah, 7. I was 7, okay. I was in Bangkok and you know like what happens in Bangkok is fucking horrible, right? Like if you've watched Hangover 2, like when the guy Teddy, the kid like gets lost and all and everybody says Bangkok has him now. Like I swear to God, like after I watched that movie I realized, okay, this is fucking serious. This is not a joke. So my mom, my brother and I were in a mall which connected to a fucking metro, by the way. So imagine how big the mall was. Now in that mall, my mom was in a shop. My brother and I, she's like kept us like one on to her left and one to her right. And my brother was, I think, 12 that time. No, 10. Fuck, yeah, he was 10. 3 years, yeah. So my mom was like, go and see if the shop is like, she's 10 feet into the shop. She's like, go 10 feet far from the gate of the shop. See if you can find any food places. Don't go out, look through the door, come the fuck back here. I decided to go for a walk. My brother and I went to the gate. I kept walking. I don't have any recollection of what exactly happened because I thought about it that time also, and I just turned back and I was like, where am I? I can't find the shop, this, that, nothing, right? And my mom started freaking out, obviously. I mean, I wasn't there, but I'm sure she was. And I actually remember my dad telling me, this is how smart I am. The Karan was a smart kid. I'm just fucking letting you know. That specs, the chashma that you just saw, for anybody listening to it on Spotify or any other audio platform, I got computer glasses and I just took them off right now at the beginning of the podcast and created a cool visual to look smart, to look like. Or you've seen those ads, you know, those ads where like there's this one guy, like there's always this guy like who's a learned guy, and like he's like, this family might be going through something, and like the father and the mother will be discussing like what to do, investment कहाँ करे, बच्चों का future, प्रिया की शादी भी तो करानी है. And then there'll come a dude, put his hand on like the father's back and be like, प्रिया की शादी हो जाएगी, कैसे होगी, उसका पैसा जमा कर लेंगे, कैसे जमा कर लेंगे, कैसे करेंगे. And then he like takes his specs off and goes like, म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए, प्रिया की शादी हो जाएगी. बहन चोद, प्रिया को ढूंढ, अबे बड़ी तो होने दे. Let her at least grow up, you fucking jackass. What if she doesn't want to get married? What if Priya goes like, you know what, fuck this, all this is a scam. I'm going to take that money, I'm going to go for a fucking trip, I'm going to travel, I'm going to explore, come back and show all the fucking middle finger. Fucking, what if Priya wants to do that, huh? Anyway, I just had a good sip of decaf coffee because it's 2 a.m. right now and I've been up. I'm having a lot of sleep issues, which I'll discuss with you all later. But anyway, what was I saying? I don't cry. Yeah, usually in movies I didn't. I don't know. I don't tear up because I find some way to make it funny. It might be a defense mechanism. I don't know, man. Some psych student helped me out with it. But I watched Southpaw. Really, I was मतलब नाक से सब no, because like I don't want to give it away, but for anybody that's not watched it, but like something very tragic happens, and Jake Gyllenhaal is a boxer and he has a daughter and everything, shit like that. So it's like very intense, okay? And yeah, so anybody who follows Jake Gyllenhaal, he's like physically, I think he's a specimen according to me. And right now he's growing his hair out, and because of lockdown, and he has a nice ponytail, and I really want a ponytail now. I know it'll look weird, I really know it won't look good, but you gotta try it. It's like, I'm in college right now. When I go, like, I have a year and a half left. It'll take me another 12 months to grow my hair out to a level that I can make a ponytail, proper one. I don't want that fucking garbage bag wala choti. Like, if you're watching this on YouTube, like you see what I'm doing, like idhar choti nahi chahiye, bro. Like your sides are shaved off and like it looks like you have like a, you know what it looks like? Oh fuck, I'll tell you what it looks like. You know the seaweed that they put sushi on, like the rice of the sushi that is on the seaweed? It looks like a parchment of the seaweed is on your head and you have tied it up with a knot on the back. That's what it fucking looks like, you dimwit. You ugly fuck. It looks hideous. Stop it. It was a trend for like 20 days and you tried it. It didn't work. Fuck it. It was horrible. I have a friend who did that. You know who you are. If you're watching this, you know who you are. I know you know. But anyway, yeah. So he's been growing a nice ponytail. I want to do it. Dude, I have like a year and a half left, man. A year and a half left to look like however I want to look. See, I've got tattoos, right? 3. But 2 of them are in places like one is on my chest and one is on the back of my arm. So both of them are not visible when you wear like regular clothing or if you wear a shirt or something like that. One I've got on my forearm right here. Right here. Yeah. So that you can see, but that was when I was 16, man. I shouldn't have gotten there. I'll get a lot more. Like, by the time I die, I want my body to be a representation of my fucking life. For real. Most fucking definitely. But anyway, moving on. So I know that if I get more tattoos, I have to get it in place that like are not so openly out there. Now, granted that when you and I are at the age of 30, which is like 10 years down the road, it'll be way more accepting, meaning like people with neck tattoos won't be looked at as people who fucking sell drugs, because that's what like it looks like right now. And I mean, it's a construct of society, blah blah blah, there's that. But a clean shave and a clean look, short crisp hair with a tight good t-shirt and proper jeans, or like simple guy will look always more not attractive but reliable, which is very important in the workplace. I don't know why most of the fucking scams that we have seen are from guys who have always been tidy. Just letting you know, okay? But yeah, moving on. Uh, yeah, man. So I think like I'll get tattoos most definitely, and the ponytail I'll get rid of it, man. Like once I get it, I might just get rid of it right after that. And anyway, how have things been? I want to start a new thing. You know what I want to start? Things that fucking piss me off. Like I don't want to. One of the fears I have in life is that I don't want to die the guy who is angry at everything. Like the guy who's just angry, like about everything. Like somebody didn't cross the road properly. Dekh saale ko, dekh. Like that's what our mentality is. Like that's what Indian mentality is, I think. Like we're just fucking complaining. Or I think everywhere in the world people are, but like nothing good happens. Good only happens like in religion, began because of God and all. But everything bad happens because of other people only. Like, oh, like your economy crashes because of Congress. Okay, maybe it is. I don't want to get into politics right now. I love to, but not right now. But it's just an example, right? Oh, because of Modi, because of Congress, because of this, Nehru. Okay, fine, fuck. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. But how much are you gonna fucking complain? Like, is your life going to be so fucking like? I think the difference between winners and losers is the ones that is the difference is that winners don't fucking keep complaining. They actually like do some shit to solve the problem. Like if you were sick and tired of the economy, you would have made a way to like, even if illegally, you would have found a way to make more money. Get what I mean? Like instead of complaining. And then you can't complain. Once you're winning, you don't complain. Because you're winning, right? Why would you complain? I don't know. Think about it. But on today's fucking list of things that I fucking hate, uncles who talk about politics and money and stock market every family gathering. Why? Didn't something else happen? Like, don't you think you should talk about anything else? Like, is there nothing else you enjoy in life? Because I'm pretty sure if you're like, oh, I'm Gujarati, right? Like, Gujju uncles who have money and they talk about money and politics. Y'all have money, y'all travel and shit like that. Y'all don't talk about that. Chalo, fuck it. Nothing good happened in your day. Nothing funny happened. Nothing else. और कुछ है ही नहीं क्या यार? Like I'm not cursing you for it. Like I'm not judging you that you are like illiterate and like you're uninformed and ill-informed and blah blah blah. Like I'm not saying that. I mean, if you're talking about all this stuff, you're pretty informed, right? But I think there's like more to life than all of this, and I think like I have one Masa. Masa in Gujarati is mom's sister's husband. Yeah, he's like apart from all the other Masas, he's the one Masa who talks about like life shit. Like he didn't ask me, "Oh, beta, kya course karoge?" He asked me like, "Okay, Karan, what do you want to do?" I was like, "Humanities." This is when I was like graduating from 10th. He's like, "Humanities." I was like, he's like, "Cool, fair enough." What in humanities? I was like, psychology is, that's what I want to do. He's like, okay. So he started asking me questions about psychology. Like genuine questions that he actually would have been interested in. I started talking about psychology and asked me about what the scope is as to not how much money you can make, but where psychology as a discipline and as a subject and as a life form exists in the universe. Now I'm like making him out to seem too cool, but I think this was his like primary intention was to not know about what academic course I'm taking, but what life course I'm taking. And I think we need more of that. And I think that's what uncles should do, because you all have the fucking knowledge, man. Kitna, bro, kitna, fuck. Like, अरे ए हितेन भाई, you heard of what? अरे મોદી તો નહીં બ્રો, નહીં રાહુલ, બધા આવા જ છે, બધા કોંગ્રેસ વાળા, બધા આવા જ છે, like that only. They're like that. Pfizer में invest करो, okay, fuck, we get it. We're already hearing it from everywhere else. Can you shut the fuck up? I know it, I get it, cool. I'm 22. I'm studying liberal arts right now. I don't have fucking money to invest in the stock market. Sorry, man. Like, my life took a different path. Shut the fuck up. Sorry. But point being, this is one of the things that I fucking hate. I fucking hate the fact that regardless of how much knowledge they have, they go down this path of talking crap. Now, my views could be different from yours, but if you're watching on YouTube, you can go fuck yourselves. No, I love you, man. I love you. Bro, if you hear this on Spotify and everything, go subscribe to YouTube, man. Like, I really think you should. Like, I am not too pretty to look at, but at least you can, like, I feel like I want to feel that I'm talking to you in person. And when I'm looking into my camera, like, I see myself right on the screen, but I visualize somebody else listening to me and laughing. I don't know, I'm a visual thinker. Like, I'll get into that later. I want this podcast to be like, even if nobody listens to it, I want anybody who relates to me even a little bit to come and, like, maybe try and talk to me about everything. And even if it's just like, ha ha ha, I did the same, and end of conversation, that's all, I think it'll be great. And I think you should do that. Let me have a cup of decaf coffee, a sip. I got yelled at by my mom in the morning for sleeping a lot. नहीं हो रहा है bro, like, क्या करूँ bro अभी? Like, I'm just not being able to manage my sleep schedule, bro. No matter what I do, I've switched to decaf, I've done this, that. Pension meditation पे आ गया यार. Like, I'm genuinely at the point of fucking meditation. I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with that, but I tried the breathing thing. Fucking, like, I just started being like, what the fuck is this garbage? Then I tried this app shit, like, where you get an app where somebody, like, guided meditation, yeah. I just felt like the guy who is talking to me is talking down on me, like, he's talking down to me, down on me, whatever, man. Like, I thought he was trying to insult me, like, okay, let go of everything. Yeah, motherfucker, you're gonna tell me what to do. You're a guided meditating app talker. You are somebody to tell me what to do. Bitch, you sold out your art form of meditation to an app and you're telling me what to do. You let go of your selling out fucking persona, bitch. Sorry. But yeah, man, I think, I don't know, like, dude, if you have any recommendations to fix a sleep schedule, fucking, I mean, I want you to feel like you can come and tell me. Get what I mean? I want you to feel like you can come and tell me. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation, because I fucking need to know, okay? And that's, I think, the time I have for today. Fucking ensure that you go follow me on Instagram, and ensure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go just subscribe. Even if you don't want to see my face, just go subscribe to it. Let's fucking ensure that there's like that red button. I really feel like a sellout right now, but just do it, okay? It's very important to the universe right now. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Why? The cosmos wants you to. God Almighty wants you to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. You get it? Go do that. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye bye.